Thank you for visiting our channel. Please like, share and subscribe for more exciting food videos. Welcome back. In part 2, we're finishing our tonkatsu curry with plating tips, easy variations, and simple fixes to make sure your katsu stays crispy and your curry tastes bold. Here's a simple ingredient checklist to get you started. Rice. Japanese short grain is classic, but any rice works. Pork cutlets, loin or tenderloin. Salt, pepper, flour, eggs, and panko. Neutral frying oil like canola, peanut, or vegetable. Onion, carrot, and potato, or skip potatoes if you want it lighter. Curry roux blocks for the easy route or curry powder for the from-scratch route. A practical workflow that keeps stress low. Start the rice. Start the curry and let it simmer. Bread and cook the tonkatsu. Rest, slice, and plate. Pour curry beside the cutlet and serve right away. If you're deep frying, keep a few basics in mind. Use a heavy pot. Don't fill it more than halfway with oil. Don't crowd the pan because oil temperature drops fast. Keep a lid nearby in case of flare-ups, and turn off the heat before moving the pot. Don't want deep frying. You can still get a good result with an oven or air fryer. Spray the breaded cutlet with oil, cook until browned, then finish a minute or two more if needed for doneness. It won't be identical, but it scratches the same itch. Make the curry sauce, quick roux method and from scratch option. Roux block method, most common at home. Sauté sliced onion in a pot until soft and golden at the edges. Add chopped carrots and potatoes, then add water or stock. Simmer until the vegetables are tender. Turn the heat low, stir in curry roux pieces until melted, then simmer a few minutes to thicken. If it gets too thick, add a small splash of water and stir. Simple from scratch option. Cook onions the same way, then add a spoonful of butter and flour and stir until it forms a paste. This thickens like a mild gravy. Add curry powder, start small, then whisk in stock or water. Simmer with carrots and potatoes until tender. For gentle sweetness, add a bit of grated apple or a teaspoon of honey, then taste and adjust salt. Japanese curry should coat the back of a spoon. If it pours like soup, simmer it uncovered for a few minutes. Cook crispy tonkatsu, easy breading, frying temperature, and resting. Set up a quick breading line. Flour, beaten egg, then panko. Pat the pork dry, season with salt and pepper, coat in flour, dip in egg, then press into panko so it sticks. Pressing matters. It helps the crust stay put when frying. Fry in oil around 340 to 360 degrees Fahrenheit. If you don't have a thermometer, test with one panko crumb. It should sizzle right away and float. Fry until deep golden, flipping once. Drain on a rack, not paper towels, so steam doesn't soften the crust. Let the tonkatsu rest 3 to 5 minutes, then slice. Resting keeps juices in the meat instead of on the cutting board. For doneness, a thermometer is easiest, 145 degrees Fahrenheit for pork with a short rest, or cut one piece and check that it's no longer pink. Tonkatsu sauce is optional, but it's great on the side if you like a sweet tang finish. Put it all together, plating like a curry shop. For the classic look, mound rice on one side of the plate. Place sliced katsu beside it or slightly on top, then ladle curry next to the rice and katsu, not over the whole cutlet. That small choice keeps the crust crisp longer. Popular toppings are simple and bright. Fukujin sake, sweet pickled vegetables. Sliced scallions. A soft-boiled egg. Even a handful of shredded cabbage adds crunch and freshness. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like, share and subscribe.